head knows how great you are.
Oh, you're all giving me these good comments.
Aloha. And doesn't it feel great to be alive wherever you are in the world tonight? Hello and welcome to the Hypnosis Show. If I'm looking right here, I'm speaking to everyone on every form of social media except for TikTok. If you're on any form of social media other than TikTok, give me a thumbs up or a like. If I'm speaking to you and I'm looking like this, I'm speaking to everybody only on TikTok right now. If you're watching me on TikTok, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you are there. Non-TikTok, talking to you. TikTok, I'm talking to you. So if you see me do this, it means I'm talking to both cameras. So, aloha. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. Let me talk to you. Hello and welcome to the Hypnosis Show. This month we're talking all about stopping smoking, helping you to quit smoking here tonight. So we're going to give everyone a few moments to join us here tonight before we start the discourse. If you can see me, if you can hear me, I am a hypnotist, as the t-shirt says, but I'm not a psychic. The only way that I know that you're watching is for you to comment or like below. So comment or like below so I know that there are other people out there and I'm not just talking to my computer. You can comment, you can say hi, you can say what form of social media you're in. That's always what we're on. It's always very interesting. Or you can say, hey, what country are you in? Just put it in the comments below. As we're waiting for people to join us here tonight. On the TikTok, I can see Sam's joined us. Logan's joined us. That's a cool name. Joe, Alex have joined us. Lucas has joined us. Folks, don't be weird. Say hi. I can also see Daryl has joined us. Scott has joined us. All right, say hello in the comments below. So, today's discourse is going to be what happens to your body when you stop smoking. All right, that's what we're talking about here tonight. It looks like Melanie Germain has liked us. Not sure if she's watching us. I guess she's watching us if she liked us, right? So what happens to your body when you quit smoking? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to give you the timeline from the first 20 minutes after you quit smoking all the way up to about 10 or 15 years down the line. What's happening internally inside your body when you've had your last smoke, your last vape, your last hit of nicotine. I'm wearing my hair down for you tonight. If you like the hair down, give me a thumbs up. If you like the t-shirt, certified hypnotherapist, nutritional and undeniable factors right there. Like the t-shirt, put so in the comments below. See Carrie has joined us, Brian has joined us. Say hi, folks. Let's have a look on the Instagram. Steve has joined us. Steve, how are you? Thanks for joining us here tonight. So without further ado, as Kenny Omega would say, let's talk about what happens in your body from the moment or 20 minutes after you've had your last smoke or hit of nicotine, right? So just 20 minutes after your last hit of nicotine, your blood pressure and pulse rate start to stabilize. It's just after 20 minutes. After 8 hours of your last cigarette, carbon dioxide in your body starts to halve. Okay, and oxygen levels start to return to normal. 24 hours after your last cigarette, your blood is almost nicotine free. Isn't that interesting? A lot of people say, look, well, I'm having physiological cravings for a cigarette, and it's a couple of days after their last smoke. To which I say, well, we already know that within 1 to 2 days max, 95%, if not completely, nicotine is actually left your body. So what is it that you're craving? It can't be a physiological reaction. It must be a mental or emotional. And that's not to downplay those, because sometimes they can be a bit of a bugger to deal with if you don't have the right tools. Melanie Germain has joined us, the Hypno Pixie. What happens 48 hours, 2 days after your last smoke? Well, your taste and your smell starts to improve. So sometimes people say their appetite starts to return, or they can start to like taste food for the first time that they haven't tasted in many years. So taste buds start to be reignited 48 hours or 2 days after your last cigarette. 3 days, I'm going to sneeze, or 72 hours after your last smoke, breathing becomes easier and improved blood oxygen levels, and you start to have a boost of energy. And that's just after 3 days. It was a false alarm. It will probably come back later, sneeze. 2 to 4 weeks after your last smoke or after your last cigarette, withdrawal symptoms have or should have gone completely. So we know already within 2 days maximum, the physiological symptoms, if there is any of withdrawal, have gone. But 2 to 4 weeks, it says withdrawal symptoms should have gone completely. So we already know nicotine's left your body. Isn't it interesting that nicotine can leave the body within maximum of 2 days, but people can still be going through some form of withdrawal up to 2 to 4 weeks later? I would assume, in my experience of working with close to 10,000 people over the last 25 years of being a clinical hypnotist and helping people over addictions and over smoking and so forth, that would be mental and emotional. If you are watching on anything other than TikTok, because I'm talking to you TikTokers, Priscilla's joined us, Joni's joined us, Casey's joined us as well. Say hello in the comments. Everyone else, I'm speaking to you as well. Yeah, you might see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. It says how to stop smoking in 1 hour. If you'd like help to stop smoking in 1 hour, I put together a masterclass. It's actually free. It's a 45-minute video that up until recently I only shared with my paying clients that paid me a pretty penny to learn some of this information. But if you'd like a copy of this masterclass that you can watch whenever you want at no cost, then go on over to how to stop smoking in 1 hour.com. Should be scrolling below me on the screen. How to stop smoking in 1 hour.com, and you can watch that masterclass and have a call with me if you want to discuss strategies to help you stop smoking. All right, back to the timetable. 4 to 12 weeks after your last cigarette, circulation is improved and or returns to normal. Right? So within 12 weeks, the withdrawals have gone, nicotine has left your body, blood pressure is halved, and circulation is improved and has returned to normal. This is only 3 months. This is only 12 weeks after somebody's last smoke or last cigarette. If you've just joined us, say hello. Say where you are from below, as he indicates with his fingers below him. Or what information you'd like as it relates to stopping smoking and or hypnosis. 3 to 9 months after your last smoke, lung function increases. So your lungs are operating at a more optimal level. 1 year after your last smoke, your risk of a heart attack is halved. So A lot of people think, well, I've been smoking a long time. I had a client, I think she was 75 when she came to see me. This is good about 10 years ago or so. And I've shared this story before, and she'd been smoking for about 50 years, about 50 cigarettes a day, like 2 packs a day. And in all honesty, I thought to myself, like, why is she coming out? She's 75, probably ain't got a lot of time left on the clock, to be honest. Why not just enjoy her smoking? Really, what can happen with the body? The damage has been done. But we can see within a year, all these shifts, even if you've been smoking for 50 years, all these shifts can happen within one calendar year. So it's never too late to start to turn things around. 10 to 20 years after your last smoke, your risk of a heart attack is the same as somebody who never smoked. So literally, if you make it another 10 to 20 years after your last cigarette, your risks of some heart attack are gone. They're the same as someone like me who doesn't smoke, who's never smoked, which is quite amazing, right? That can be reversed. Also, your risk of lung cancer is half that of a smoker, and that's just after 10 to 20 years. So it's amazing that, even if you're 75, you can stop smoking, and within a year, you can reduce the blood pressure, increase circulation, your breathing becomes normal. We know withdrawal is gone within 2 to 4 weeks. I would postulate that's mental and emotional, because when I see clients, when I do hypnosis with them, withdrawal symptoms are gone within an hour, quite frankly. And I've got 25 years and hundreds of testimonials, videos written to back that up as well. And we know within 2 days, actually within 24 hours, nicotine is gone from your bloodstream. It's actually been removed from your body. All of that within a year, which is extraordinary. So it's never too late to make those shifts and start to reclaim your health, which is a good news. And if you ever think that you are too old, or what's the point to stop smoking now because you're old, or you've been doing it a long time. And again, I tell you that story of my client. This was not her name, but we'll call her Joan. Again, she'd been smoking for 50 years, about 50 smokes a day. And she just made the decision. She didn't know how long around she was going to be left on earth, but she decided that she wanted to quit and reclaim her health. It's never too late. And we know there's massive changes that you can make within one calendar year to your body. And that's not even to mention, the benefits you're going to get from the amount of money you're going to save. 4 to 5 grand minimum a year if you're smoking 1 to 2 packs a day. So it's quite extraordinary. If you have any comments about that timeline, or the effectiveness of hypnosis on helping people quit smoking, or indeed how I specifically help people to stop smoking in 1 hour, hence why the website is called How to Stop Smoking in 1 Hour. You should see it scrolling below me right here, unless you're on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, the website is called How to Stop Smoking in 1 Hour. I'll tell you something. My first year of being a hypnotist, in fact, it wasn't my first year. I've been doing this 25 years. My first 10 years of being a hypnotist is, for the most part, all I did was I helped people quit smoking day in and day out. And I only had one method, and that was how to get them to quit in 1 hour. Since that, it's been a long time. It's 25 years. But I've revised certain techniques and ongoing education and stuff. But for the first 10 years of me being a hypnotist, day in and day out, pretty much all I did was I helped people become non-smoker in an hour. That was it. It was like a revolving door, bang, 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 like that. So I got really good at making sure that somebody on the phone, and when they submitted their questionnaire, that they were ready. Because I'm not here to make someone quit smoking. I'm not here to pull someone across glass or hot coals. As I've shared story, my dad died essentially through complications related to years of abuse from smoking and so forth. And I couldn't get my dad to quit. I love my dad. He's my dad, right? And he smoked. I couldn't get him to quit. And I can't get you to quit. But if you want to quit, even if though a part of you wants to continue, a lot of smokers are like, don't realize this, but every smoker I've ever spoken to, and as I mentioned, close to 10,000, there's part of them that wants to quit, hence why we're doing the session or we're speaking. And there's another part of them that's a bit scared. I'm not quite sure they want to quit because they're getting what we call in psychological terms a secondary gain. So it's absolutely normal for a part of you to want to quit and another part to be a bit unsure because you're getting something out of it. The part that wants to quit is your conscious mind, the logical mind, the adult, for want of a better word. That's the part that wants to quit. However, the unconscious, the 5-year-old inside that really controls 95%, if not 100% of the show, wants to continue in some form or fashion because it's getting a need met. And that's why it feels like a battle. Well, one part of me wants to quit, Luke, but another part of me wants to continue because your unconscious and your subconscious are on two sides, the two opposite opposing sides of the fence. And hypnosis is about getting them both on the right side to get you to quit smoking. Then it becomes easier and effortless for you to be able to do it. Just going to look at the comments, see if anybody has anything to say. I see that Ryan has joined us. Hello, Ryan. How are you? And some other people have joined us as well. If you have any comments or questions about that, folks, anything I've said so far, the timeline of quitting smoking, please put it in the comments below. Because as mentioned, as much as I love the sound of my own voice, and I know that you do, I like to have interactions with you guys so I can make sure that I'm answering your questions and tailoring this for what you need. See, Sean has joined us. Sean is another hypnotist in Canada somewhere. Saskatoon, if memory serves me right. Priscilla's here. Joni's here. Timmings is here. Frank Trayton is here. Hello to you all. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes, but really that was the discourse that I wanted to share with you tonight. You're never too old to turn it around if you choose to. It's absolutely doable. And if you want some more information on that, if you're watching after the fact and you have some questions, then just put some comments below and I will do my best to answer your questions below as it relates to the timeline of healing after your last cigarette, and also the effectiveness of hypnosis for helping you quit. Or if you did, you want to have a chat and come through for a screening call where I can tell you potentially how I can help yourself to become a smoker in as little as an hour. Does everyone quit in an hour all of the time? No. My record was 7 minutes. True story is on my website. Fella was called Cody. His wife escapes me right now. Oh, that's bad. Sorry. But they'd both come to see me in my office when I used to have a physical office in Toronto. I now do everything virtually, and it's even more effective for helping people quit smoking, believe it or not. Cody had come to see me with his wife, whose name escapes me. Sorry, I feel embarrassed, but there we are. And they both come to quit smoking. And I'd just done the session with his wife. Took an hour, and she was done. Great result. And I just said to her, while Cody, her husband, was waiting outside, I said to her, whatever you do, when you go out to the waiting room, don't tell your husband about what we just did, because I was helping them both quit smoking. Let him have his own experience of what happens. And then feel free that when he's done, you can chat about it as much as you want. But let him have this. Let him have his own experience with me when he comes in. So she agreed. And, we've done a session for an hour. We booked 2 sessions, like one session, and in a couple of weeks, we're going to do a follow-up session, but she didn't need it, or she used it for a different problem, I think weight or something. Anyway, so she came in, we've done an hour. She left me a lovely testimonial video as well, which you can find on my website, How to Stop Smoking in 1 Hour. Her husband came in, Cody, and so he didn't even have the pleasure or the suggestion of his wife saying, "Oh my God, that was amazing. I've become a non-smoker." I told her not to tell him any of that. Let him have his own experience. So he comes in clean, so to speak. And then Cody came in, and I shit you not, it timed it right. I figured we need an hour, right? Well, an hour to get rid of like 10, 15 years worth of smoking. Yeah, that should do it. It didn't take an hour. It was 7 minutes. We timed it for 7 minutes and became a non-smoker. He never needed to use his backup session, but he did contact me 7 or 8 years later last year, and he had some other issues that he wanted to work on. And his email went something along the lines of, "Luke, thanks so much. I don't know if you remember me. I saw you about 8 years ago. Me and my wife have stopped smoking. We're both still non-smokers. Really, really happy. Just got a different problem. Wondered if you could help me with it." To which I said yes. And I said, "Hey, would you mind if we made a little video, a little case study with you, before we work on a different issue about your success about stopping smoking?" And he said yes. And we made a 20-minute video interview last year that's on how to stop smoking in 1 hour. We should see below. We're interviewing from now for 20 minutes, and he shares his story of this crazy thing that I did with him, which 8 years later, he'd stopped smoking and saved about, and it's not all about money, obviously, but it saved about, what's that, about 10, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 40 grand just on cigarettes. Well, no, it's 40 grand with him, but his wife had stopped as well. So between them, they'd saved about 80 grand over the last 8 years because neither of them were smoking and or using patches or gum or e-cigarettes or anything like that. No smoking paraphernalia whatsoever. So they'd saved about $80,000 over the last 8 years minimum, which was great. Made me happy. But you see the interview over at howtostopsmokinginOnehour.com with Cody. That being said, folks, I'm going to probably start wrapping it up now. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If you have any questions, now would be a good time to put it in the comments below. As it relates to smoking, stopping smoking, quitting smoking, smoking cessation, how I can help people and all that good stuff. And as mentioned, if you want a copy of the masterclass, which is free and is 45 minutes, then if you go over to How to Stop Smoking in 1 Hour, you can sign up for that for free and watch it, where I share with you the biggest fears that people have as it relates to smoking and what keeps them stuck. All right. So that being said, folks, if you're watching after the fact, leave some comments below and I'll be happy to answer them after the fact. Just give TikTok one last little look through, see if anyone's put any comments there. Dawn's joined us. Hey, Dawn. Tamara's joined us. Steve joined us. Anyone else have any questions? Well, I think that's it. All right, folks. Well, I shall see you next week. Same Luke time, same Luke place, same Luke channel on whatever form of social media you are watching tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Well, we'll have the next episode of the Hypnosis Show. So look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, How to Stop Smoking in 1 Hour. Go check it out. If you need help, I will probably most likely be able to help you. All right. Have a great rest of your evening. If you're in Canada, stay warm, stay safe from the snow. Always believe.